Welcome to another check-in episode in our Delirious W.E.S.T 2026 podcast series, where we're following a brave bunch of runners as they take on one of Australia's wildest ultra trail events and generously bring us along for the journey to the start line. Today we're catching up with one of our Delirious Bound legends to hear how things are tracking, the wins, the wobbles, and all the lessons in between. Let's dive in and see where they're at this month. Today on the Zen Run podcast, I am excited to chat to one of our crazy, delirious athletes to see how the training's going. Craig Jeffrey, hello.
Hi, Michelle. Great to be chatting again.
It's great to talk to you as well. I felt like we had a lot of conversation earlier in the year, and then it all went quiet because, well, we're all recovering from delirious probably, and now we seem to be back on it again. It seems to be a 6-month thing in my brain at the moment. It's crazy. How has your training been in the last few weeks since we last spoke?
It's been really good, Michelle. Yeah, very good. A lot of plodding, a lot of mileage. I think I've done huge volumes of running. I think I've run an average of 100 miles over the last 3 weeks, which is
really
100 miles a week. So, certainly getting a lot done, but it's pretty ploddy.
When you say 100 miles, do you mean miles or do you mean kilometers?
Miles, yeah, I mean 100.
So 160.
160k a week. Yeah, just for 3 weeks. This is my peak before, because I'm doing the Kosciuszko miler at the end of November. You'll remember. So this is my sort of peak part. I probably, after this next week, I'll start gently going into a taper. And I think I'm always worried at the beginning of the week that something will disrupt my week runs at the end of the week. So I start by doing lots, and then I end up carrying on doing lots.
So because you don't get anything that's interrupting you.
No, it's been good. And I'm excited about the race next month, so it's good.
Is your body holding up to all of the extra kilometers?
Yeah, it is. And I did. The one thing I'm not sure about is how much of Delirious in April is still kind of in my legs, because I certainly think 200 is very different from 100 in terms of recovery. I felt like I recovered from Delirious mentally and to some extent physically very quickly, but I think there's a sort of a general lethargy in the legs that comes from just having done so much at that time.
Yeah. And whereas I think, is it Big Kev will tell you that 100, I've never done 100, but 100 is a race and 200 is a moving picnic. And
well,
quite different.
I think Sean told me at the end of Delirious, he said 200 is as different from 100 miles 5k. That's what he told me.
That's crazy.
I may be misquoting, but I think certainly I felt, because I monitor my heart rate variability. It took 2.5 months to come back to normal after Delirious. So even though I felt good and I was out running and doing all sorts of things, it definitely leaves an imprint on the body.
Because I was new to Garmin, to that complexity of Garmin prior to Delirious this year. I'd been using my Apple Watch, I'd had a Coros, and years before I'd had a cheaper kind of Garmin that didn't come with all of the extra bells and whistles. And this last Christmas I'd invested in a really good Garmin with all of the really good stats, and it included the heart rate variability. And mine, like everything else in my life, I'm just like Miss Average. I'm never too great. I'm never bad. I'm just in the middle. I'm just a really good middle kind of person, which is great. Like if you're talking about health, that's kind of where you want to be often. Anyway, so this is good. And then I get heart rate variability. Oh, that's good. Yes, just like every other stat of mine, I'm average. And then I do Delirious, and it like drops to unbalanced and stays there, like you said, for ages. I had to Google it and try and work out what it all meant.
Well, there wouldn't have been anything average about the number of steps you did during Delirious, because I think my watch carried on saying, congratulations, you've done 120,000 steps today.
It's
And then I think you
crazy.
did the same number the next day.
I think the weird thing is the longer I do this podcast, the more skewed my definition of average is.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
it's, the people you surround yourself with, that's kind of what becomes your new norm, if you know what I mean. And so
That's right.
I talk
Yeah.
to all of you crazy guys who do
Yeah.
really long distances, and now I've become somewhat like that. And
Yeah.
now it doesn't feel wrong. I spoke to my doctor just recently about some tests and things, and
Mm.
she said, look, most of the time for somebody with, showing these results like you, I would say you should get out, do some exercise and have some sunshine. She said, yeah, no, I don't need to
That's
do
not me.
that. So it's quite funny. And then you realize that the whatever the average is, I don't know, it's a silly term. And you look at people all the time in your work, but
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
not that
No.
average, really.
I have noticed recently, just the last, since doing Delirious, actually, I've been talking a bit more about my running to people who don't run at work and in other situations. And people are really, really interested in it, I've found.
Wow. Why
I
do you
think,
think that is?
I don't know, like, I think they're just fascinated by the idea of moving continuously for more than 10 or 15 hours.
Yeah.
And when you say I move continuously for 69 hours with 40 minutes sleep, people are just sort of, how do you manage bathroom breaks? Did you eat during that time? Just really, I mean, just trying to fathom how that works as a
Yeah.
continuous effort. And I don't think they're just being polite. I think there is sort of people are interested in that. And I guess it's got me thinking a bit more about why one does that.
Yeah.
And I guess sort of what it means. I don't know. It's just interesting other people, because you surround yourself usually with the people who are doing the event, and when you talk to other people about it, it just forces you to think about it in a different way.
That's right. I wonder though too whether the fact that most people that we talk to, whether they're runners or not, have had an experience with running of some sort or another, because they're human.
Yeah.
And it is a human thing to do.
Yeah.
If you know, so there's this, so we all have a connection or something, whether it's a positive or a negative connection in our brain about running.
Yeah.
And we feel we're capable, like if we have to run and catch the bus or whatever, we would be able to do that. Most people would. So you wonder sometimes whether, when people get really curious about these longer things that we are talking about at the moment, whether they're not even thinking, oh, I wonder, in the very periphery of their mind, is it something that I could do? Because, I could run and catch the bus, or I used to run, or, I don't know. Anyway.
Well, people don't ask me why I do it. They just ask about the technicalities often, and that's interesting. Yeah.
It's all part of the human condition. Is there any specific training you need to do for the Kosciuszko one?
I don't think so. I think that the one thing I'm a bit worried about is that I find when I very carefully plan these races, and I plan the drop bags, and I think about nutrition and hydration. I've done that even more this time. And then I find when I start in a race, there's something about being in a race. I just get into a kind of fog, and I'm vaguely aware. Yes, I'm aware that I need to refill my water bottles when I get to an aid station. But a lot of the sort of other careful planning, like putting wipes into drop bags or favorite snacks into drop bags, and they go, oh, this will be nice at 40 miles or 60 miles. I love this snack and I'll eat that. And when I'm actually in that situation, it's all completely gone. I'm thinking about, I don't know what I'm thinking about, but I'll never eat any of those snacks. So last time after I finished the 100-miler, at Kosciuszko, when I drove back the next day, I just had this mountain of snacks on the passenger seat of my car, which I ate all the way home, which were all my drop bag supplies, none of which I'd actually eaten during the race, which is probably why I didn't do better. But one of my aims is to really hold myself accountable in the race and properly be in the moment and properly remember what I'm supposed to be doing.
I think I'm the same. Like, in fact, I've got a box which is full of running stuff, and it's got lots of, it sounds quite silly, small Ziploc bags of, the nutrition, the usually the gels or the little gel lolly things that I put in in there ready for, and I'd be like, oh yeah, but because I was out there by myself, I didn't have anyone telling me. Whereas with Delirious having Simon, he was
Yeah.
very insistent that I ate this and I ate that and whatever,
Yeah.
that I'd
Yeah.
kind of planned like you ahead of time. And I think maybe that helped. Whereas, as I said, I've still got like your trip back to Melbourne in the
Yeah.
car. I've still got a bunch of those kind of things because they're sugary and they last forever.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny, isn't it? That what
Yeah.
happens to our brain. And again, I think
Yeah.
that's an oxygen deficit, as in the oxygen is going to your limbs and
I'm sure
keeping you
that's right.
moving and
Yeah.
not necessarily
Yeah.
making your critical thinking
Yeah.
very good. It's kind of
Well, I think
reduced.
also just you have a lot of this on the podcast, and I think is excellent. But just thinking about mindfulness during the race and trying to really be in the present as
Yeah,
much as possible. And
yeah,
I've tried to develop a checklist for myself of the things at different points in the race that I'll just keep checking, like hydration and
yeah,
how much I'm eating, and am I in the moment? Is there a niggle? Am I hot? Am I cold? Just some basic kind of things to keep
yeah.
as a checklist at different points.
So
So
you won't have a crew, will you?
I won't. No,
Yeah.
no.
So
Um,
have I guess the checklist is your form of making sure you don't miss those things.
Yeah. Well, I'll do what I did last time and have a note for myself in each of the check bags. I tend to do that. I have a note saying, Craig, this is what you've got to do at this checkpoint. But
That's a good idea.
last time I just sort of threw that aside and thought,
What did I know? I'm
yeah,
here
what did
now.
I know?
That's right.
I'm not going to trust past Craig. He doesn't understand what it feels like now.
Exactly.
I don't want to eat a donut.
Seemed like a good idea 3
Yeah,
weeks ago.
yeah. No, I know.
It is funny because it is something you've got to be careful of. My daughter did the roller coaster, and I keep mentioning it in the podcast. She's
Oh,
going to
yeah,
kill me.
yeah,
She did that last weekend, and she threw
yeah.
up the entire time. So
Oh,
she still
no.
completed it, and I was so proud of her. And she's going to have a lot of stories to come out of her, a lot of learnings from
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
But it is like, to me, in part, she needs to go off and see a nutritionist, I think, and
right.
get
Yeah,
some support there. But when you're out in the middle of it, as you said, like all you care about is the next step and how I survive that, and
yeah,
the fact you're not feeling hungry or you're not thirsty
yeah,
doesn't mean you shouldn't be
yeah,
consuming those things in order to complete this event that you try
yeah,
to do.
yeah.
Like, there's so many lessons we can learn.
But it's silly, isn't it? Because you have to be so disciplined in training to then lose that discipline during the race. It's not good. So I'm really am going to hold myself to account. You can check afterwards.
I will. We will be. Don't you worry. We'll have all the questions here afterwards. We want to know exactly how it goes.
The other thing I've realized, I don't know if you use gels. I used to use gels when I used to do marathons, and I associate them with having to consume something when your heart rate is very high. So I'd sort of gone off gels. So I thought, oh, it's the pain eating gels. But now I've started back on them and I practice them on my slow runs. And I just found it makes a massive difference to take 3 gels, one gel every 20 minutes, get that amount of carbs go. And I've gone for 5 or 6 hours when I've done that. And I've noticed at the end of that 5 or 6 hours, I feel so much better than when I try and put a sandwich and a sports drink and a banana or something in my pack.
Oh, that's interesting. I guess it's that high concentrate. I hate the consistency, like most people say, of
Oh,
gels.
really? Oh, really?
Yeah. Just, ugh.
The sliminess.
Yeah, just in the mouth, I don't really like that. But yes, I have tried lots of gels and things over the time, and I will have them because I know there's a purpose, but I don't enjoy them or really want them.
Yeah.
So I tend to, especially when I'm training, I tend to have more like electrolyte with carb in it, so it's a fluid rather than the gels. I did have some during Delirious, but not very many, because I don't like them.
Yeah.
It's like, I think I'm going to like them, and then I go to have it. I'm like, oh, I really wish I hadn't, and I force it down because I know how important it is, and then I think I'll just eat some proper food. But you're probably right. When you have the proper food, it's the digestion. It's different. It's not an instant hit of whatever it is you're having, the carb or the electrolyte.
Well, I've tried baby food as well.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm crazy, and
No, I've heard that's good.
it's a very inexpensive way of getting pretty much the same as you get in a gel.
Yes. But are they less concentrated? Because it's real food just mashed up.
Yeah, I mean, you can get these organic ones at supermarkets that really don't cost very much, and they've got, I think, whatever you whatever you would have in a gel, which is about 26
Oh,
grams of
really?
carbs,
Oh, there you go.
and they're just mushed up banana and mango, and they're pretty, and you just unscrew the cap and put
Yeah,
them. I mean, I know
they're really
I'm
palatable.
taking it out of the mouths of babies, but I mean, it's why not?
I had I quite like yogurt. It sounds ridiculous, but I quite like milky drinks and yogurt when I'm running along.
Oh
Um,
yes, yeah,
and especially if you get like a vanilla yogurt or something in one of those little squeezy things like the
oh
baby
yeah,
food.
yeah,
That I had that in Delirious. That was really
yeah,
good. I really enjoyed
yeah.
that, and my iced coffees, which is really just milk,
Right.
sugary flavored milk. Um, so I think there's probably a lot of carb and a lot of fat, which
Mm,
help in
mm,
those endurance events in
yeah,
that kind of food. Some people can't stomach that, the
yeah.
dairy though.
Yeah.
When you,
I just for this 100 mile, I just want to try and be really precise. I want to try and get the gels and just set an alarm on my watch and do every 20 minutes and
yeah.
just see if that makes a difference.
If it doesn't work, what does your body tell you? Like, how do you know? Like, so if,
Well,
you've got a time and you're setting a time, but is that listening to your body, or is that what you've learnt for
well,
the times you're going to
I
do?
took a sweat test a while ago and I actually
Yeah.
found out I had very low sodium content in my, well, not very low, but on at the lowest, at the lower end of
Yeah.
the spectrum. And
Mhm.
so I realized when I've had GI issues in races before, I think it's been because I've been taking on too much salt because I've
Yeah.
been popping a salt tab every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But I find with the Kosciuszko 100 miler, because you're going up to altitude and it's quite often hot, there's so many different things that could be causing the stomach upset. It could be the
Mm.
altitude, it could be the lack of hydration. You're pushing yourself too hard. A bit of sort of sunstroke. There's so many different variables.
Lots of factors.
Yeah, I always, well, last two times I've done, the only two times I've done the Kosciuszko 100, there's a particular slope where I sort of stop to throw up. I don't know why it's there, but it's about 60 miles in, and both times it's happened. And so
Oh,
I'm trying to visualize myself running up that slope without puking this time.
I'm
I think if
sure
I
it'll be fine
visualize
now
it,
then.
yeah, if I visualize it, I think I might manage.
As long as you don't just push it off to like later on.
I don't know. I don't know.
You want to visualize not throwing up at all
Yeah.
in the entire event.
I know,
Did,
but it's quite interesting with a 100 miler because people come past you and you can see that no one's in the slightest bit surprised or,
no.
I mean, they care, but they're not like, you can imagine in a different context, people will be crowded around you.
Yeah,
Hey, please sit down. You've got to stop. I'll call the med.
that's
But they're
right.
just like, oh, well, yeah,
You'll be
I'm
right.
sure
It'll
you'll be
be
running past me in another 10 miles.
exactly. Did you throw up in Delirious in the 200 miler?
Oh, no, I
No.
was fine. Yeah,
Yeah, me
yeah.
neither. I don't know. Maybe there's an effort element on top of it too. Going
Yeah,
back to it being a speed race.
yeah. I think I was lower intensity in Delirious.
Mm.
But yeah, I think I'm going to try this gel strategy and
Mm.
see how it goes.
What's your goal? Do you have a goal for it?
Well, um, I haven't really decided yet because the race can be so different for different conditions.
Yeah.
It's difficult to do a pace chart and set a time goal. Um, so the first year I did it in 31 hours, but I hurt myself very badly near the beginning and probably in hindsight should have stopped, but I just did do it. And the second year I did it in 24 hours, but I missed that 14 miles because there was a thunderstorm.
Oh, that's
We
right. That
told to
was that
stop.
one. Yeah.
So I have really no idea. I mean, I think if I could do it under 30 hours, that I'd be pleased. If I could do it under 26 hours, I'd be really absolutely delighted. So I'll see what happens.
Have you been checking the long range weather forecast, or are we too far out
I think
still?
it's a month out, so I think it'll just. I mean, even when you check the day ahead, it'll say sunny all day, and then it'll be a huge, then you'll be in horizontal hail or something in the middle of the night.
It's funny, isn't it? Like we check for when we're going on a multi-day bushwalk, we'll check a month or more ahead. But of course, we know that that's in no way accurate to what it's going to be
No.
when we get there. Like even, and you're talking about a similar kind of place. It's really variable. Like it's not like we're talking about,
Yeah.
you know, Sydney or Melbourne or even Launceston, where they've got permanent stations and they've got like
Yeah.
anyway, it's quite variable up in those areas in the
Your
highland
Tassie
areas.
experience must have been so useful, though. I mean, I just remember waiting to see you finish at Delirious and all that horizontal rain, and it was just horrible. It just not just that the weather was vile, but it just felt like the mood was awful of the whole. Not of the finish line. Everyone was very happy, but just like I just think everyone was feeling this real pity for people who were still out on the course.
It's like,
And I was so worried that everyone might just say, "Oh, well, this has got ridiculous. It's gone on too long, and now the weather's
now I'm
collected.
uncomfortable.
I'll just have a cup of tea and stop."
Yeah, it's I had that happen this week. Like I had to
Oh,
go out
really?
and it was pouring with rain and I had meetings all day and it looked like it was going to rain a lot of the day anyway. And so
Yeah,
I headed out at 6:30 in the morning and had
yeah,
my raincoat on and it was just I had to do an hour and a half or something. It was like, oh no, this is fine. And
yeah,
you just
yeah,
do it. Like it's
yeah,
funny, isn't it? We just make those decisions. This is what we're doing. This is what I'm doing today.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
once it's made, that's it. You just don't unmake
yeah.
it. You
Well, I
don't give
just
yourself.
always think good training, and not necessarily good training for anything, but just good training. Put yourself in a difficult situation.
Well, and it wasn't cold. The same in Western Australia. Like
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
it's the horizontal rain when it's cold, like really cold.
yeah,
That's horrible. Whereas, the rain this week because we're getting warmer here now, and the rain
mm,
in Delirious wasn't cold. It didn't feel cold to me, even though it was wet. So
right,
yeah,
right.
it was all
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
fantastic.
Don't like it in my face. Hopefully, let's pray to the weather gods that you do not
Yeah.
have any rain, horizontal rain up there in the mountain.
I think there'll just be a lot of weather, and we'll just cope with whatever
Yeah,
comes.
you will. And
As
it
long
will
as we
be
get
fun.
views from the top.
It'd be really boring. Like if it just was kind of sunny and then it will just get
Yeah,
hot anyway. So you
yeah.
just want it, you want a little bit overcast,
Mm,
a light breeze to push you up the
yeah,
hill.
yeah,
That would be it.
mm,
And you'll love it.
yeah.
I'm sure. Now, um, as of recording this yesterday, the Backyard Ultra finished. Did you look at that at all?
I wasn't following it. What happened?
So Phil won, which wasn't really a surprise for us Australians at 114 yards.
Oh,
I found it hard
is
not.
that a new record?
He has the record already that he got a couple of months ago here in Australia
Right.
at Dead Cow Gully, I think,
Yeah.
and that was 119 yards. So he was just
Wow.
5 hours short of his own world record. But
Who got the assist? Who was the second?
Ivo, I think he's a Belgian
Oh,
guy with quite a bit of credibility as well in the
yeah,
race. He's done a
yeah,
few with
yeah.
really long ones as well. So
Gosh.
yeah, there's I don't really know about that type of running yet. Have you done one at
I
all?
never have. I mean, in some ways, I think it would suit me because I love that grind. But I've always the reason I haven't done it, I think, is because I don't know how much time I need to take off work for it. And I did have a friend who did the one that Sean organised in Melbourne,
Yeah.
and he had to stop on Sunday night because he just hadn't booked any leave.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I I think I might have the same problem, and I also yeah, it hasn't really captured my imagination as much as these very long ultras through places. I really love journeying through
Yeah.
places.
The destination.
Yeah, that's just just a really extra special thing. So I kind of think if I'm going to invest in all the training, I'd like to actually like discover a new
Yeah.
place. I mean, Delirious is a brilliant example of that. Just
It
this
is, isn't it?
incredible part of the country, and Kosciuszko is the same. And I so doing a 6.4K or whatever it is loop, it doesn't set my heart on fire.
Well, next May, Sean's front yard Melbourne Ultra is on again, and I'm going to help
Are you?
Stuart as a
Great.
race director.
Oh, great.
So it'll be just after Delirious. And
Yeah, I live really close to there, so we'll meet. I'd be great to see you.
I think Sean said something about, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he said it was going to start on a Friday now instead.
Oh, really?
I think because, and in part, that might be because of that. I think he said that, or it might be said, I can't remember. Anyway, don't quote me and everybody go on the website.
Maybe I'll do it next year. I mean, it would have been straight after Delirious, but that probably means I won't need to take any time off work.
Possibly.
I'll be done by Sunday night.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, you can come and have a play. I've signed up to one here in Tasmania in December.
Great.
But I only plan to do about 10 laps. So
Right.
I don't want to, okay, it's nighttime now.
Yeah. Bedtime.
That's right. Anyway, that's my plan. I thought if I'm going to go and help officiate one, I should at least experience what it's like.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating concept as well. That kind of, I looked at Phil's statistics. He seemed to be one of the people who'd had the most rest, because in the results thing they showed you that. So because he ran at night time, his strategy was to run faster yards so that he could have more sleep.
Right.
So that obviously paid off, because he still seemed quite coherent when he was talking at the end and that kind of thing as well. So it's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if it's actually possible to sleep while you're running, because I think I might have done it Delirious.
I think I did too. I think I've run with my eyes closed for a couple of minutes. Well, actually, probably a couple of seconds. I shouldn't say minutes. I'm sure it's more like 5 seconds or something, but it feels like 5 minutes.
Yeah. But if you could nap while moving, that would be a big skill for that.
That would be handy. Maybe you could speak to some of your medical professionals at the uni and see if they can investigate how we can do that.
Yeah. Well, one friend who's a neurosurgeon told me that it is possible to shut off the part of your brain that tells you to stop.
Oh, really? That seems dangerous.
I think that would be dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially for people like us.
Yeah.
That would be dangerous.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't do that.
No.
All right. So you've got a race coming up next month. What date is it?
Oh, I can't remember. Something like the 29th of November, I think. 28th or 29th. It starts at 3 a.m. on a Friday of that week, whatever it is, the 28th or 29th.
Oh.
3 a.m. is horrible, because you have to get up at midnight or 1.
Yes.
So it's very odd. But I think it's because they want everyone off the mountain during the day. They don't want people up on the top of Kosciuszko at night.
Oh, really? Oh, so you'd be up and...
Yeah, you'd be up and down by then.
Wow.
Yeah.
You'll love it. We may well be talking to you before you go up. Anyway,
good. Yeah, let's try and do that. Yeah.
Because that's more than 4 weeks away. Or it's approximately 4 weeks away. So depending on when you put it in, we'll either hear how you're almost going to do it or how it went, depending on when you can find a time to book in. But anyway, enjoy.
One race I won't be doing is the Halloween Howler, which is near here, where people actually jump out at you at night, apparently in the forest while you're running. Someone told me that. I'm probably wrong, but
that sounds crazy.
A nighttime Halloween run would be not something I'm up for at the moment.
It sounds very injury prone.
Yeah.
To me, I think that sounds scary. I think I'd rather do 200 miles. All right. Thank you for coming on and sharing that little bit of your journey so far. And I'm excited to see how you go, Kosciuszko, and enjoy the taper, Craig.
Thanks so much, Michelle. I won't enjoy the taper, but I'll look forward to talking to you maybe just before the race. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you. And that's a wrap on this month's check-in. A huge thanks to our athlete for sharing another honest look into what it really takes to train for something as big, bold and slightly bonkers as Delirious W.E.S.T. We'll be back with them next month for another update, so be sure to follow the podcast so you don't miss a step. Whether you're training for your own ultra or you just love dot watching with a cup of tea and a bicky, you're in the right place. And if you've got a mate training for something epic or needing a nudge to start, send the podcast their way. Catch you on the next one.